Hello everybody, I'm Uchenna and I'm excited to introduce you to our high fidelity prototype, PulseTap, a solution our team designed to improve how feedback is given to speakers during presentations and speeches. During our need finding research, we uncovered a few recurring challenges. 1. Reviewers often don't know what kind of feedback the speaker actually wants. 2. Giving feedback can feel like extra mental effort. 3. People sometimes worry they'll offend the speaker or give feedback that isn't helpful. And 4. Speakers themselves really need feedback that's both encouraging and actionable. We also realize feedback opportunities happen in all sorts of settings, from classrooms to company meetings. They are everywhere. So accessibility on both desktop and mobile was a must. With that, we built PulseTap, a platform that helps both speakers and listeners have a smoother feedback experience. So, let's jump into how it works. To begin, users can join a session, similar like that to Kahoot or Slido. So we click join session here. For this demo, we use AB12. We click join. Once inside, you'll see a clean and minimal layout. We designed this grid-style interface with preset feedback options selected ahead of time by the speaker, so the listener can stay focused on the presentation itself, not fiddling with the user interface. When there's something meaningful to note, participants can tap or click feedback directly. If I understand something, I can click understood. Good pace. If it's too fast, and so on and so forth. They can also choose to leave the session early, which reflects how presentations can work in the real world. People might come and people might go. But before exiting, so let me click end session here. Before exiting, users are prompted to give a short, reflective comment. So let's try it out. Yes, it was really good. Oh, I liked how you touched on the opposing viewpoint and why it should not be taken for granted. After submit feedback, they can rejoin or join another session. Now, we've talked about the listener side of things. Let's explore what the speaker experiences. From the very beginning, we equally prioritize the experience of both the listener and the speaker. That means every feature inside of this application was guided by a central belief that speakers should have control over the type and the amount of feedback they receive, so that is actually useful and actionable to the speaker feedback experience. So we're going to click speaker view here. As previously mentioned, speaker experience was just as important to use as the listener. One of the biggest pain points we uncovered was that speakers want feedback that's structured and tailored to their specific goals, but the tools available today often make it hard to manage or customize quickly. From our survey, we learned that many speakers give presentations frequently, daily or weekly, and in a variety of settings. That is why we focused on giving them a way to easily configure feedback for each presentation without the extra hassle. With PulseTap, speakers can add their own custom tabs, so I can go start a new session. I can add their own custom tabs, so I can go convinced. Click add here. They show up on the right side where other session tags might show up as a default or other custom tags can stay. We can accept suggested feedback. So we can add these here where it's another convinced but skeptical, or good place, too fast. Or we can choose from a set of emoji tags for quick and lightweight feedback. So for example, if it is too fast and we don't really want to put too fast, we can put rabbit. Or if it's something that we are pondering, we can have this little emoji with the hand on chin, scratching the chin. Because emojis are already common in virtual settings, they feel natural and they make giving feedback a little less intimidating or awkward for listeners. So, let's walk through an example. Say I am a software developer giving a technical talk. I want to make sure I'm not rushing and that my explanations make sense. So, I chose the rabbit and this emoji, the thinking emoji. I can also add other custom tags as organized or accurate. And just like that, I've made a customized feedback setup that works for me without slowing down my prep time. So let's move on. Once everything is set up, the speaker can share a custom session code or a QR code for listeners to join. As the session begins, PulseTap starts recording and transcribing the presentation. So I click Start Presentation, recording in progress, and it begins transcribing as well. We learned from user feedback that many speakers didn't like seeing live reactions while presenting. It was distracting. So we made a deliberate choice. Feedback is collected in the background. The speaker stays focused and we handle the rest. When the session ends, all feedback is wrapped up and available on the speaker's dashboard. So let's take a look. You can have these are past presentations. Let's go to the future of AI in product design. Here is the speaker's dashboard. We provide an AI generated summary of the session, including key themes and takeaways, plus suggested action items down here. And speakers can also dive into the raw feedback with both the quick taps, the number of taps, where specific timestamps where they were tapped, and they can also look at open-ended comments. And you have the presentation recording down here. So, all in all, that is PulseTap, a tool built to make presentation feedback simpler, non-intrusive, more structured, and most importantly, more useful for both the speaker and the listener. Thank you so much for your time, and we'd love to have your feedback in the upcoming survey. Have a nice day.